victory of this 2001 campaign season. The Wood River Eagles will kick off, and back deep for the Minden Whippets is Bentley Benson. Back deep, it's a short kick, and the up man let it go, and it's going to be taken by the other man in the backfield is Ben Chavez, and he'll get it out to the 29-yard line. And that's where the Minden Whippets will start off with their first possession at their own 29-yard line. As the Whippets break huddle, they'll come up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback for the Whippets, Lucas Nelson under center in the I formation. The I-back, Carson Kring. Fullback, Matt Dornoff for the Whippets. Three man in the I. They'll hand it off into the I-back, and he'll get it up across the 30-yard line. Out to the 33 or 34-yard line is Carson Kring, and they'll spot it at about the 33.5-yard line. So a nice pickup of 2 or 3 yards on the first down play. We'll call it 4, almost 4, the first down play. So second down and 6 for the Whippets forthcoming as they break huddle. Lucas Nelson under center, I formation slot to the right side. This time is Bentley Benson. They'll pitch it back to Kring, and he gets it across the 35, 36-yard line, and they'll set it up around the 37-yard line. So a nice pickup on second down play. Carson Kring gets it out to the 36-yard line. That'll bring up third down and about 3 or 4 left for the Whippets on their opening possession here. The rain has subsided and went away. Looks like to the west of us. Maybe it will break up and it will not rain on us here the rest of the night. So third down play. They'll try it up the middle to Matt Dornoff, straight up the middle, and I believe he's going to be held short of the first down. Oh, so close, but they will spot it at the 38-yard line, and that'll bring up fourth down and less than 1 for the Whippets. I'm sure head coach Sam Dunn will not want to chance things here on the opening possession. They'll drop back in punt formation for the Whippets. So fourth down, less than a yard. On the opening possession, the Wood River Eagles hold, and back to kick the ball away, the Whippets. And Carson Kring with a nice punt, gets it all the way down inside the Eagle 30-yard line, and back there for good coverage is Lucas Nelson downfield to make the tackle as the carrier gets it out across the 25, 6-yard line, and that's where Wood River Eagles will have their first possession of the ball game here. Fullback Adam Connect and the quarterback Emmanuel Soto, a 5'9", 160-pound sophomore for the Eagles. As they break huddle, 2 tight end set, I formation in the backfield as they come up first and 10 at their own 26-yard line, and they'll hand it to the I-back, and it gets out to short of the 30-yard line. Tripped up there defensively by Billy Hyatt. In there on the tackle, Dustin Dooley, the I-back, with the carry. And Wood River has a injured player down near where the ball.
Portable auger.
As they take off the injured player, Kent Krause, and under help from both trainers, so does not look good for the senior lineman as he's helped off the sideline. Looks like to be an ankle or a leg problem. And the Eagles, they'll hand it off to the fullback up the middle, and nice defense in there by the Whippets. In there again on the stop, Billy Hyatt in there on the tackle. Also in there on the stop, Carson Kring from his linebacker position, and a little, if no gain on the play, maybe a yard on the pickup as they spot it out across the 31-yard line. So we'll give him 2 on the carry. A little bit more than what initially thought, but a long third down and 6 play now for Wood River. So good chance for the Whippets to withstand the defense here. And Soto hands off to the I-back, has some room off the left side, and he's going to be near the first down as he gets it out across the 35-yard line, depending on the spot. As they'll put it down, it's going to be very, very close. And no, the officials are not even going to bring the chains out. They'll say it's a first down without even bringing the chains out. So first down play, nice play there by the I-back, Dustin Dooley, as he picks up the 6 yards needed to get the first down. And Wood River with their opening drive, first down play, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. 3 men in the backfield, 2 tight ends set, power I formation. They'll hand off to Dooley again up the middle, only a pickup of a gain of a 2 right up the middle. In on the stop for the Whippets is Carson Crane again in there on the stop, along with Matt Dornoff in on the tackle. Pickup of about 3 on the play, and just short of the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 39. So they bring up a long 2nd down and 8 on the play. 3 men again in the backfield, I formation. Power to the left side. They'll try the fullback, has some running room, gets it out across the 45, the 50, and Bentley Benson will get him out of bounds, and then penalty flag as Benson got a little too physical after he got him out of bounds and swung the player around and drew the personal foul. A nice pickup on the play. I believe that was Adam Connect on the carry, as had running room off to the left side, and a pickup all the way down to the Whippet 35-yard line, and then they'll tack on the personal foul after the play, and Wood River is going to be in a great scoring threat here for the Eagles, and they will somehow, they only miraculously only marked off 5 yards on the play. So evidently, Connect stepped out of bounds much more upfield, and then with the penalty tacked on, they will put it at the Minden 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Wood River. Power formation to the right side. They'll hand it off straight up the middle. Power football up the middle. The carry is, I believe that was Emmanuel Soto on the carry. Straight up the middle, pickup of about 4 on the play, down to the Minden 22-yard line. So 2nd down and 6. For the Eagles, have not attempted a pass yet here tonight. It's all been on the ground. With the wet field, it was raining almost right up to kickoff time. They'll work it straight up the middle again. And Dustin Dooley on the carry, straight up the middle. In on the stop is Josh Tom in there on the tackle. Also in there defensively, Andrew Casper in on the tackle. A pickup of a couple down to the 20-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 3 left for the Eagles on the Minden 20-yard line. Left hash mark. The Eagles going north to south here. And they'll try the fullback up the middle. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Nice play defensively. In there on the tackle is Billy Hyatt in there. He was in the backfield and wrapped him up, but the ball carrier was able to scramble towards the line of scrimmage and maybe picked up a yard on the play, but a great play defensively by Billy Hyatt in there on the stop, and that'll bring up 4th down and a long one on the play. And head coach Warren Keel wants to talk things over. He'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. And hold on 4th down inside their own 20. Be a big momentum booster for them. I formation, power to the right side. They'll hand it off to the I-back, and it's going to be close. Great job in there defensively. In there on the tackle, Matt Dornoff is in there. Also, Josh Tom in there. And also another player in there is Andrew Casper in there defensively, and it's going to be very, very close. And I'm going to call it that he did not make it, but the officials are going to bring the chains out. It appears from our angle, our vantage point, that it's going to be a little bit short. So a great play, nevertheless, whichever way it goes. Minden with the great stop hopefully up the middle as they'll stretch out the chains, and it's going to be a football length short of the first down. So Minden with a huge play defensively as they stop Wood River on 4th and a long yard, and Minden will take over on downs at their own, deep in their own territory at their own 18-yard line. But Minden will have the football back, 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. So a great job by the interior defensive line there to stack it up and make him short of the first down. Slot formation now. Carson Kring will drop back into the I formation, and they'll hand it off to Matt Dornoff on the left side. Little misdirection play there, only a couple yards on the pickup is Matt Dornoff as Carson Kring went in motion from the wingback spot back to the I-back, and the play was called, and they handed off to Dornoff off the left side. A pickup of 2 out to the 20-yard line, so 2nd down and 8 left for the Whippets. 5:27 left to go. Opening quarter of action as we got underway a little bit earlier than planned, as we thought it was a 7:30 kickoff, and here we are on the air already with action. They'll hand it off to Kring with running room out across the 30-yard line. Nice play by the Whippets as Kring cut it back up across the grain, gets it out across the 30-yard line, enough for the first down. Great play there by the Whippets. Good job by the interior line to create some openings there as Carson Kring gets it out to the 31-yard line, and a 1st 10 for the Whippets. Their first down of the evening as they'll break huddle. In the I formation, Matt Dornoff at the fullback, Carson Kring the I-back, and they'll pitch it back to Kring. They'll try the left side, has some running room, but a penalty flag is going to come out. Great job there by the Whippets. He gets it out across the 40-yard line, near the 44-yard line, but a penalty flag in the backfield, and you can about guess what that penalty is going to be. Holding by the Whippets, and that will cost them the first down, and that'll set them back. Great play, all for naught on that play with the Whippets, as they'll talk it over with the Eagles, and I'm sure they will accept the penalty because Kring did get out across the first down marker. Nice job by the Whippets, misdirection play that time on the working the left side of the line, and a huge hole over there, but all for nothing, and that will set them back all the way back inside their 20-yard line. Not sure, it was not a holding penalty, but that'll set them back all the way inside the 20, near the 16-yard line. So a big, costly penalty by the Whippets. It'll be 1st and 25 for the Whippets. Dropping back to pass, they find Lucas Nelson open across the middle. It's complete out across the 25 or 6-yard line. So a pickup of about 7 or 8 on the play as Lucas Nelson broke free across the middle. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Whippets. So a great play, pickup of 9 on the play. And at quarterback now is Andy Talbert. Andy Talbert, the quarterback now, as Lucas Nelson was the quarterback. And they try to throw it out to Lucas Nelson on the left side on that pass play. Down sophomore, seeing his first quarterback action of the night. Lucas Nelson started there. Now he's in the slot formation or the tight end formation for the Whippets. Now for the Whippets, reverse. They'll try to get it out to Bentley Benson. Has some running room around the left side. Picks up a block downfield. Gets it out near the 40-yard line. A great block downfield by Andy Talbert as he pitched it off to Carson Kring, and Bentley Benson come back around the left side. And a great block by Andy Talbert, but not enough to get the first down as Bentley Benson carries it out to the 38-yard line. And that'll be just a little bit short of the first down. So 4th down and 2 left for the Whippets, as that opening penalty on that first down really cost the Whippets, and they'll have to get back in punt formation. Carson Kring back to punt. And the snap is a little short. It's bobbled. He has time to get it off, but does not get enough of the leg underneath it. Luckily for Carson Kring, the snap was a little low, and then in that wet grass did not bounce the way it normally would. But Kring able to pick it up and get the punt away before the heavy rush did come down on him, and the punt just across midfield. So only about a 13-yard punt on the play, but luckily for Carson Kring, he was able to get away before the rush got on him too quickly. 2:55 left to go, opening quarter of action. Wood River with great field position from their own 49-yard line. I formation, power side to the left side, the short side of the field, the left hash mark. Dropping back to pass is Soto. Heavy pressure. He gets the pass. It's complete. Across the middle to Mike Zavala and all the way down to the Minden 31-yard line as Emmanuel Soto took a heavy shot defensively by Lucas Nelson. He was in on him, but not until Soto could get the pass away. And it's complete down to Zavala, down to the Minden Whippet 31-yard line. But Soto might be seeing a few stars after that pass play and completion of 20 yards all the way down to the Minden 31-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Wood River. I formation, power to the right side, the short side of the field, right hash mark. They'll hand it off to the fullback. Straight up the middle is Adam Connect, and he's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards off the left side of the line. In there for the stop is Carson Kring again on the defensive stop, as the Wood River players and trainers, they still attending to the injured Kent Krause, and now the local authorities bringing out the stretcher, so that's not a good sign for that young man. But meanwhile, play resumes. They'll take it to the fullback. They'll run the option down the right side. They'll pitch it back to Dustin Dooley, I believe, is the carrier. Yes, that is Dooley. He'll get it out near the 36-yard line, so only a pickup of a yard or two on the play. They'll mark it just short of the 35, so a pickup of a couple on the play, but that'll bring up 3rd down and a long 4 on the play. Needs to get it down just in outside of the 20-yard line, as it is resting on the 25, so we'll call it 3rd down and a long 4 for the Wood River Eagles. Minden defense, they've held earlier. Hopefully they can do it again. I formation, power to the left side. They'll hand it off. On to the left side is Adam Connect, and he's going to be wrestled down short of the 1st down. Again, in there defensively, Billy Hyatt, as he tracks him down from behind. Great job by Billy Hyatt, the sophomore 250-pounder. He tracked him down and got him down short. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down and a long 3 for the Eagles. With the short field, I would suspect that they will go for it. Yes, they'll break huddle, attempting to go for it on 4th down. 4th down and 3 for Wood River. Minden trying to hold again here. They'll try it up the middle. No, they'll try. It's well defense. He's trapped down, and he's knocked down, and then a fumble, but he's able to get back on it. But I think Minden might have got a hand on the face mask, and the penalty flags fly, and we'll see the call. And yes, they did get a hand on the face mask. That is too bad, as Minden was all over it defensively. There was no way he was going to get out enough for the 1st down, but an inadvertent hand on the face mask, and that will cost the Whippets 5 yards and the 1st down for Wood River. Great job defensively. They had that play all scooped out and well defense. There was about 4 players over there for the Whippets, as the ball carrier Dooley had nowheres to go, and an inadvertent face mask will give Wood River the 1st down. As they'll step it off now, and the ball will rest, and they are going to mark off 10 yards. No, they're going to give them a 15. Oh, no way was that a 15-yard penalty, but that's the way the officials saw it. So they'll mark it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So the 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Gets it down to the 13-yard line, so 1st and 10 for Wood River, deep into Minden territory. I formation power side to the short side of the field, right hash mark. They'll hand off to Connect from the fullback position. He'll try to get around the left side, gets away from one tackler in there, Andy Craig in the backfield, but Connect able to get away from him and get a yard or two on the play. Well defensed again by the Whippets. Only a pickup of a couple on the play, about the 11-yard line, so a pickup of 2. 2nd down and 8 for Wood River. 20 seconds left to go. Opening quarter of action here of Class C1 football action right here on the mighty 97.7 KMTY. 2nd down and 8 for Wood River. I formation, power side to the left side. 2 tight end set. They'll hand off. No, they'll fake it as Soto rolls out to the right side in the back of the end zone. It's complete for the touchdown. And again, Soto took a heck of a shot, but he got the pass off just in time. In there for the touchdown, I believe, is Mike Zavala with the touchdown reception of 11 yards. As Wood River gets on the scoreboard first, their first touchdown of the season, as they were shut out last week, 49-0 by Caro Centura. The point after kick attempt, the snap is back, it's good, the kick is up, and it is good. The point after kick, Michael Bauman, the senior kicker, puts it through the uprights for the 7-0 lead here with as the end of the first quarter of action. So as clock River the first down, and then they capitalize on the penalty as they get in for an 11-yard touchdown pass from Manuel Soto to Mike Zavala, and the touchdown reception is good, and the point after kick by Michael Bauman, and Wood River has a 7-0 advantage after one quarter of action. Bauman will kick it off for Wood River. Back deep for the Whippets is Bentley Benson, along with looks to be, I believe it's Matt Dornoff back deep. Also hard to see the number from this advantage, and it's going to go to Benson. He bobbles the kickoff, and it's still loose on the ground, and then picking it up is the Whippets. Ben Chavez back there, as Benson had a hard time handling it. Looked like they were going to try to do a little reverse in the backfield, and Benson unable to handle the wet football. As I stated earlier, it was raining right up until kickoff here tonight. It drizzled most of the way over here from Holdridge, and but then right before the opening kickoff, it quit raining, so the field is rather wet here tonight. So the Whippets start back deep in their own territory, their own 13-yard line. They'll hand it back to Carson Kring, and Andy Talbert back in there at quarterback. As Kring works it around the left side, he's going to pick up a couple yards on the play. They'll mark it on the Minden 18-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 5 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5 left for the Whippets. Ball resting at their own 18-yard line. As the Whippets bring in the play from the sideline, head coach Sam Dunn working his troops, I formation. Carson Kring, top of the I. They'll pitch it back to Kring. They'll try the left side again. Has some running room. Gets it out across the 25. Enough for the first down. Great job by that left side on the offensive line, as they're working some holes over there finally on their third possession here on the evening. Their second possession ended in penalties and could not make up the yardage-wise. Their first series, though, ended up 3 downs and out for the Whippets. So they're working on their third possession of the evening. 10:57 left to go, second quarter of action. I formation right side. This time they'll pitch it back to Kring. He gets around one would-be tackler and still fighting for extra yards. Gets it out close to the 30-yard line. They'll probably mark it about the 29 or 30 as they unpile defensively in there Nick Thompson in there defensively for Wood River, and a pickup of about 4 yards on the play. So second down and 6 for the Whippets. Minden's been working the left side. That time they tried the right side and picked up 4 yards on first down. Second down and 6. Ball resting at their own 29-yard line. Man in motion in the backfield, and then whistles will stop the play before they were able to get it away. The officials will talk it over. The man in motion was not going towards the line of scrimmage unless somebody else on the interior line did move, and that must have been the case. So illegal procedure by the Whippets. That'll cost them 5 yards to set it back to their own 24-yard line. And instead of 2nd and 5, that'll put it back as they'll mark it off about 7 yards on the penalty. That'll bring up second down and about 11 or 12. So somehow we lost a couple yards there on the play. Head coach Sam Dunn does not notice that. The 7-yard penalty, they get it back. Bentley Benson in the backfield, breaks away from one tackler, has room, he cuts back around the right side, out to the 40, out to the 50, he's got it wide open, to the 30, the 20, he's in there for the touchdown. Great job by Bentley Benson. The play was designed to go out to the left. It was well defensed over there by the Wood River Eagles, and Bentley Benson stopped him in the tracks, and he tried to get it around the right side, and it just all opened up for him. So a huge touchdown run by Bentley Benson, 75 yards touchdown run for Bentley Benson, and we're just a point after attempt from things up here. As Minden breaks huddle, looks like they're short a couple players as somebody comes in from the sideline, and now Minden will have to take the timeout as they were short a lineman in there for the point after. The point after kick, Andy Craig will attempt that. Now the officials get set. Bentley Benson down to hold it. The snap is back. It's good. The kick is up, and it is good as well. So with 9:45 left to go second quarter, we're all tied up at 7-7. We'll be back right after this timeout on a 75-yard touchdown run. Also back deep is Michael Bauman, I believe, is the other Wood River player. Andy Craig as he breaks huddle on the kickoff. Adam Connect is the other deep back, and Minden will try the onside kick, and I believe Wood River is able to get back on top of it as they'll unpile. No signal. No, they will say Minden came out of there with the football. From my advantage point, I thought Wood River was all over on top of that, but somehow Minden comes out of there with the football. Did not see who came out of there, but the official signal Minden football. So they'll have great field position at the Wood River 45-yard line. Somehow Joshing going on underneath that pile, but clearly looked like Wood River had first control of that onside kick, but not to be. Minden comes out of there with it. 1st and 10 from the Wood River 45. Back to pass. Talbot. And it's going to be intercepted, overthrown a little bit, and coming down with the interception is Mike Zavala. So the Whippets trying to go for the deep pass and a little bit overthrown. Intended receiver there was Lucas Nelson, just could not come down with it. Penalty flag down, but it is going to go against Minden, I believe, so I'm sure Wood River will decline that penalty. Holding play on the penalty. And Wood River will decline that penalty, and Wood River comes away with the interception. But it's almost as good as a punt, only that was first down. The interception occurring at the Wood River 17-yard line. So Wood River well back deep into their own territory. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 17. I formation, power side to the left side, the left hash mark this time for them. Short side of the field. And they'll hand it off straight up the middle is, I believe, Adam Connect in on the carry. Carson Kring in on the tackle. No, that was Dustin Dooley. As Dooley and Connect alternate at the I-back position. Dooley on the carry. And he's going to pick up about 3 on the play. Gets it out to just across the 20-yard line. So 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. I formation again, 2 tight ends set. Power side to the short side of the field on the left side. They'll hand it off into the backfield. Is Dooley, has some running room, gets around one would-be tackler, and then is met quickly by 2 tacklers. Lucas Nelson in there, along with, let's see, who is in on their tackle, was Brian Hawthorne in there. A great 2-man tackle there with Hawthorne and Nelson as he brings him down short of the first down, but out across the 25-yard line. 3rd down and a long one to go for Wood River Eagles. Minden's played great defense all night long as Wood River breaks huddle. 3rd and 1. And penalty flags come out before Wood River was able to get the snap off. It possibly could be delay a game, but that was rather quick. And it is going to be delay of game. Boy, that little questionable call there possibly for Wood River. That was a quick time limit. That's their first penalty, though, of the evening, as Minden has been assessed 4 penalties so far tonight for 50 yards in losses for Minden. So the penalty flags has definitely hurt Minden here tonight. Finally, Wood River is whistled for their first. So that changes the scenario. 3rd down and 6 left for Wood River. Big defensive play again for Minden. If they can hold them back in the deep territory, and Soto's pressured in the backfield, gets away from 1 tackler, and then 2 others are going to get him in the backfield. That time back there is Matt Dornoff along with Josh Tom. As the first initial rush was, Soto was able to get away from him defensively, but Dornoff and Tom was back there to wrap him up for the loss. And a big play for the Whippets. That'll bring up 4th down and 10, so the loss of 5 on the play. With the sack brings up 4th down and 10, and Wood River with their first punt, I believe, of the evening. And back to punt. Wood River, and just gets the low punt away. Minden almost came out of there with the block punt. Bentley Benson picks it up at his own 43-yard line, picks up a couple blocks down the left side, another huge block down the left side. Bentley Benson, 1 man to break. He stumbles, he gets it across the goal line, and good for the touchdown. And a late flag comes in, and another flag comes in after Benson is in the end zone. Some huge blocks on the left side of the sideline, and after Benson was in the end zone. And officials going to take a timeout. In fact, 1 Wood River player is down with the injury timeout. Did not see the block over there, but Bentley Benson was able to pick up some huge, fortunate blocks on the left side and leveled a couple Wood River players down. And then after Benson crossed the goal line, a chop block, I believe, is going to be called on the Whippets, so that will negate the punt return by the Whippets, and that'll set them back 15 yards. So if the penalty was at the 5, that should put the ball at the 20. And in fact, yes, the officials do have the ball just outside of the 20-yard line. So a huge punt return again by Bentley Benson, but negated by another 15-yard penalty. So the fifth penalty on the Whippets, already for 65 yards in losses this evening for the Whippets on the penalties. The injured player, Mike Zavala, is up and able to run off under his own power, but let me tell you, folks, whoever laid the lick on Mr. Zavala, he did not see it coming on the punt return as he was broadsided. A good, clean block, though, by the Whippets, and Zavala is seeing some stars right now. So 1st and 10 for the Whippets on the Wood River 21-yard line. They'll pitch it back to, I believe, Lucas Nelson, I believe, is now at the top of the I. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. So Lucas Nelson now back there at the I-back position. And we'll call it 3 on the pickup. Lucas Nelson on the carry, his first carry, I believe, on the evening. So 2nd down and 7 from the Wood River 17-yard line as Minden breaks huddle, and a little bit of confusion now. Andy Talbert under center. Man in motion, breaking out to the right side, and penalty flags fly as that play had confusion written all over it. I believe Ryan Hawthorne, I believe. And it's going to be procedure on Minden. And I'm sure Wood River will take that penalty. Although the pickup is only a couple yards on the play, but I'm sure Wood River will take the penalty and set them back. And Amstutz was the guilty party on the procedure for the Whippets. They'll set it back 5 yards and try 2nd down over again. They'll put it all the way back to the 23-yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Whippets from the Wood River 23-yard line. 6:16 left to go, 2nd quarter, all tied up at 7-7. Minden and Wood River going toe-to-toe. Talbert under center. One man in the backfield. Talbert drops back to pass. Has a man across the middle. It's open and complete inside the 5-yard line. And Lucas Nelson comes down with the reception as Talbert put the football right in between the 2 and the 0. Nice pass as Lucas Nelson hauls it in, and the completion inside the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 1st and goal for the Whippets. They'll mark it at the 4-yard line. Well, we'll call it the 3, looks like. On the 3-yard line, 1st and goal for Minden. Power I formation in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Carson Crane across the left side, and just sheer power gets it across the touchdown. Carson Crane from 3 yards out. Power football off of that left side of the line, and the Whippets able to get the thrust across there, and Crane gets it in from 3 yards out. And Minden, with their first lead of the evening, makes it 13-7. And the point after kick, Andy Craig will come in to attempt that. Bentley Benson will hold. And this time the Whippets with one too many players out there, and the officials throw the flag, and I'm sure that's going to be an illegal substitution, as already the Whippets were at the line of scrimmage. And then one Whippet player said, I probably should not be out here. So he got off the field, and the officials is right there, and he throws the penalty flag for illegal substitution, and they'll set him back 5 yards and try the point after kick. This time, Benson will set down on the 15-yard line, as the officials now let them line up. Benson, the holder. The snap is good. The kick is up and no good this time. Off to the right side, wide right, so the point after kick is no good. 5:46 left to go, 2nd quarter back. action. Minden with the advantage of 13-7. We'll be right back after this. At the 29-yard line, where Wood River will have it, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. So a nice return by Adam Knecht, as he was able to elude a couple tacklers, and then Colin Martin down there for the defensive stop. And Wood River 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Power I set to the right side this time for the Eagles. And they'll hand it off to the fullback up the middle, and nothing happening there, as he almost got away from the initial thrust, but met in the backfield is Andrew Casper. Also back there defensively is Brian Gabriel in there defensively. Great job by the defensive front, doing a number on them defensively so far here tonight. Pickup of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9. Wood River breaks huddle. They'll try the power side to the left side this time. I formation in the backfield. Ball planted middle of the field. And a little bit of confusion, looks like, by Wood River, but they get the play off and they get it out near the 34-yard line. Derek Amstutz in there defensively for Minden. Looks like almost could have been a procedure possibly on the Wood River Eagles. Looks like the center and maybe guard got to going a little bit before everybody was ready. But they pick up positive yardage out of the play. They get it out to the 34-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 left for Wood River. So another big 3rd down play for the Whippets. They've done it so far tonight. Other than the penalty bug has bitten them here tonight so far, already with 6 penalties. And then another penalty flag comes out late, and it might be another delay of game call on Wood River. And yes, that is the call. Wood River guilty of delay of the game, as they broke huddle a little too late. That'll set them back to their own 29-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Wood River. Derek Amstutz over on the right cornerback position. Lucas Nelson from the right defensive end. Bentley Benson back at the safety position to prevent the long run. They'll try it straight up the middle. And another penalty flag, and looks like it's going to be another face mask on the Whippets, as the ball carrier is Dustin Dooley. He's brought down at the 34-yard line. And the penalty flag right in front of us, face mask penalty, and that will give Wood River the automatic 1st down. So for the 2nd time tonight, Minden holding Wood River on 3rd down plays, and the face mask penalty will give Wood River the automatic 1st down. And again, they're going to mark off another 15-yarder. Boy, again, that didn't look like too severe of a face mask penalty. Looked like it was more of a brush across the face mask again. So 2 times here tonight, 2 15-yard penalties on the face mask. Gives Wood River the 1st down near midfield. Call it at their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll pitch it back to Dooley. They'll try the right side. Nothing happened over there. In the backfield to trip him up is Brian Gabriel, as Dooley gets it across midfield. They'll probably put it about the Minden 49-yard line. So pickup of 1 on the play for Dooley. Gabriel back into the backfield, doing a great job defensively here in the second quarter of action. 3:29 left to go before halftime. Great ball game so far tonight. Just the penalty flags a little bit too much here for Minden. Otherwise, they would be in well control of this contest. Leading 13-7. They'll try the option down the left side. They'll pitch it out to Dooley. Well, defense in there. Amstutz comes up there defensively from his corner.
Something you might think about it is ball formation.
Soto pitched the ball out quickly, and Dooley was up in the backfield. Amstutz comes up there to wrap him up for the yard loss back to the Wood River 49-yard line. So that'll bring up third down and 10 for Wood River. Again, Minden withstanding the challenge here so far tonight. Power I set to the left side. They'll drop back into pass. Soto gets the pass away, and it's almost intercepted. As coming up there is Michael Dornoff. As Matt Dornoff in there defensively. He was thinking about intercepting that pass. Also back there is Ben Chavez, but it falls to the ground harmlessly and incomplete. Fourth down and 10 now for Wood River. They'll drop back in punt formation. They were close on the last punt, and then Bentley Benson ran it back for the touchdown. Benson will take it at his own 20. Tries the right side. Has some blocks again over there. Gets around one defender and then runs out of real estate, and he'll get out of bounds at his own 38-yard line. So a nice return again by Bentley Benson. Picked up some key blocks again, and then all of a sudden he ran out of real estate on the right side and gets out of bounds at their own 38-yard line. So a nice 18-yard return. Bentley Benson, and Minden will have it with 2:18 left to go here before halftime from a fairly decent field position at their own 38-yard line. Andy Talbert. Minden will come out with Benson split wide to the right. In the I formation, they'll hand it off to...
We got the block inside. That was a good play.
Not much happening over there defensively. In there was Adam Knecht in there. Josh Gartner in on the tackle for the Eagles. A pickup of a couple on the play for Dornoff as he gets it out near the 40-yard line. So I formation. Two backs in the backfield. Carson Kring, Dornoff, the fullback. Talbert drops back to pass, finds Kring out on the left flat, gets away from one defender, goes down the left sideline, down across the 40. He's wrapped up down near the Wood River 40-yard line. So the screen pass out to Carson Kring on the left side, and Kring picked up his blockers, and a great play on second down and 8 for the Whippets. 1:26 now. The clock is going to be parked. They'll have to manage the clock here with time winding down here. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball resting at the Wood River 41-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Minden, as one of the lights is out here at the field. And so it is a little dark near midfield, but play resumes. They'll pitch it back to Kring, trying the right side, trying to bounce off, that is Lucas Nelson in the backfield, top of the eye this time. He's going to pick up maybe a yard or two, gets it inside the 40-yard line. They'll spot it at the Wood River 39-yard line. So a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8. 45 seconds left to go here as the play comes in from the sideline, as Minden's going to have to hurry here. Do not want to run out of time here. Talbert trying to set up his players. Lone step back in the backfield is Dornoff. Talbert drops back to pass. Has time, gets up, steps up into the middle, has a man down the middle and overthrown him as down the field for the Whippets I believe, is Taylor Soundy. And he kind of gave up on the play, and he stopped, and then the pass goes over his head. He was open for a split second with 21 seconds left to go, and then a penalty flag also on the field. And it's going to be an ineligible receiver downfield on the Whippets, and that will cost them some yardage on the penalty. And not really a fault for the Whippets, as Talbert was dropping back to pass, had some pressure coming on the outside, and he tried to step up into the pocket, and the lineman, probably thinking that maybe he was going to run, got down across the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up second down and 15. Talbert tries to get around the left side. Again, a penalty flag down on the field with 13 seconds left to go here before halftime. And illegal shift is the call on the Whippets. Maybe two players moving at the same time. And again, that will cost Minden some real estate, as they'll step off 5 yards on the penalty. That'll put Minden back near midfield at the Wood River 49-yard line. So now that'll bring up second down and 20. But now the clock is definitely not on Minden's favor with 11 seconds left to go here before halftime. Possibly could get 2 plays off, but looks like Minden will attempt to go with just 1 play. They'll drop back to pass. They'll get it down. Lucas Nelson had it in and out of his hands, and it falls incomplete, and that will be the end of the second quarter as time expires. So a great first half here for the Minden Whippets, although the penalty flags were a little bit costly, and looks like Minden does not want to leave the field. There was a penalty flag, but Wood River declines that penalty, and so now they will leave the field for halftime. So 13-7, Minden with the advantage here at halftime. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with totals right after these messages.
Take the work out of raising and lowering with a swing-away portable auger from Stadler Implement of Minden during the Mayrath Auger Sale going on now. Choose a manual or hydraulic lift, 8, 10, or 12-inch swing-away, gear-driven or inline Mayrath high-capacity auger, and save during this huge sale. Optional side drive kits are available. Stadler Implement carries a large stock of parts, screens, gearboxes, enclosed drives, belts, and sprockets. Stop by Stadler Implement in Minden and check out their selection of Mayrath augers today.
If you've been thinking about buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan, stop putting it off. Now is the time to buy with a home loan from First National Bank and Trust Company of Minden. We can give you great rates, plus a customized home loan that fits your life and your needs.
Break huddle, as they have so far. It looks like they will attempt the onside, which they did the one time here earlier tonight, And now they'll break back and set in their regular kick formation. Back deep for Wood River. Adam connects, and the kick is short off to the side, and taking it and falling down is Greg Skeen, as the sophomore took it at his own 34-yard line and did not want to chance anything. He just dropped to his knees, as that's where Wood River will take over first and 10. We'll call it the 35-yard line. It's just a hair short of the 35-yard line. So good field position for Wood River to start off the second half of action. As they break huddle, quarterback Emmanuel Soto. Soto under center. He'll hand off to his I-back. Dooley, top of the eye, gets away from one tackler, straight up the middle, and then is finally wrapped down across the 40-yard line. So good, tough running in there by Dustin Dooley, as they'll spot him at the 42-yard line. So a good pickup of 7 on the first down play, as Dooley broke off to the right side. Had a man have a hand of the jersey in the backfield, but was able to run through that and escaped out of it. And then the backfield defensively had to bring down Dooley at their own 42-yard line. And now with the mist in the air, the officials will change the football. Try to keep that pigskin as dry as possible. So second down and 3 for Wood River at their own 42-yard line. I formation in the backfield. They'll hand off on a counter reverse, and brought down hard by Lucas Nelson. Great tackle, Lucas Nelson in on the tackle, but not until Connect gets across the 45-yard line, and that is enough for the first down. So a good run there by Adam Connect, as he'll pick up a couple yards out to their own 46-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and 10 from their own 46-yard line, so just short of midfield. I formation again for the Eagles. They'll hand off straight up the middle is Dooley, and Dooley has some running room as they work down some things evidently at halftime, and they're taking it straight up the middle on the Whippets. And surprisingly, the Whippets have been doing a great job so far tonight with that defensive interior line. They have been all over the Eagles. They only had 30-some yards rushing at halftime, and they've just been taking it straight at them here. 66 yards rushing in the first half. They're going right at the Whippets. They hand off to Connect on that counter reverse again, and he's going to have enough for the first down. From that wingback position, they'll hand it off on the inside, kind of trap it off to the right side and left side. They've done it both ways, and Adam Connect picks up enough for the first down into Whippet territory, down to Minden, 36-yard line. That's where it'll be first and 10 for Wood River. So coming out here at halftime, it's all Wood River, all on the ground so far, and basically straight up the middle, it's bent. First and 10 from the Minden 36-yard line. They'll hand it off up the middle is Dooley, and Dooley with good, hard, tough running. He'll get it inside the 30-yard line, and that will bring up second down and 4. Good pickup of 6 yards on the first down play. So second down and a short 4 on the play, as Dooley runs it straight up the middle. Soto, he'll drop back to pass. Has time, gets it across the middle, and almost intercepted coming in there, and then a late flag coming in. I believe almost in on the interception was Ben Chavez. I believe almost had that interception, but a late penalty flag comes in, and that was well after the hit. Late flag coming in there, and another 15-yard personal foul penalty, I believe, is going to be assessed on the Whippets. You'd have to wonder about that one. It looked like he was being pressured right at the end of the throw, unless there was little activity after the initial contact, which might have been as well. But needless to say, the 15-yard personal foul penalty gives Wood River the great field position all the way down to the Minden 16-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Minden 16. And the ball's on the ground, and who's going to come out of there with it? As they dogpile, looks like maybe Wood River is able to get back on it as they unpile and peel, and looks like Wood River is able to get back on top of it. But a loss of a yard on the play. With that mist coming back down again, it's going to be harder to handle the exchange with the wet football. The officials trying to keep the football as dry as possible. In fact, holding a towel over it while the Eagles are in their huddle. 9 minutes left to go, third quarter. 2nd down and 11 as Soto rolls out to his left. And pressure, and did he get the pass off, or is it a fumble? They're going to call it a pass, as he was trying to get away from a defender, and could have been called either way, but probably the right call there, incomplete pass, as he was able to get the pass off, but falling well short of the intended receiver. Great pressure defense by the Whippets that time, and officials taking the timeout, waiting, going to get a new ball in there to dry it off, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Eagles from the Minden 16-yard line, as the officials put the dry ball in play, and now they'll start the clock back up again. So a big defensive play here now for the Whippets, a big long 3rd down and 11 for Wood River from the Minden 16-yard line, and they'll do that counter reverse. Met in the backfield is Connect. He gets away from the initial contact as the Connect able to get away, almost was brought down for a loss in the backfield. I'm not sure who the initial charge was, whether it was Lucas Nelson or Carson Craig in the backfield, but he was unable to wrap him up, and Connect able to bounce off and get close enough for the 1st down, and in fact they will bring the chains across the field to measure. So a good pickup of 10 yards on the play, and they'll measure to see if it is enough for the 1st down. Ball resting at the 6-yard line as they'll stretch out the chains, and it's going to be just a little bit short. It's going to be about 3 or 4 inches short of the 1st down. So 4th down and inches for Wood River. Ball resting at the Minden 6-yard line. Wood River, I'm sure, will more than likely go for it here on 4th down. They've shown so far here in the second half, they've had the initial thrust on the interior line. Minden winning that battle in the 1st half. But breaking huddle, Wood River on the Minden 6-yard line. 4th and inches. Big defensive stand for the Whippets, as the officials wait for the chains to get set. 4th and inches for Wood River. Soto under quarterback from the Minden 6-yard line. He'll try the quarterback sneak. He has plenty of room. In fact, he almost got in the end zone on the quarterback sneak. Somehow he found a seam in there and almost got in there for the touchdown. So more than enough for the 1st down. Soto on the quarterback sneak, and maybe even if he didn't have his head down like the normal quarterback sneak, he might have got in there for the touchdown. He basically went untouched for the first 2 yards. Defensively, the Whippets asleep there, did not have anybody over the center somehow. So 1st and goal to go for Wood River at the Minden 2-yard line, and straight up the middle, and no signal yet, so short on the 1st down run. On the carry is Dustin Dooley, I believe, on the carry. And defensively on the bottom of the pile is Andy Craig in there on the bottom of the pile. He's able to wrap him up. So 2nd down and goal from about the 6-inch line for the Eagles. Soto under center. And he'll try the quarterback sneak. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. And no, they're going to give him the touchdown. His second effort was enough to get him across the goal line. Good play, though, defensively. Coming up there from the linebacker spot was Josh Longsine, as he was able to meet Soto in the backfield, but the second effort by Soto was able enough to get him across the goal line. And we're all tied up at 13-13 with the point after attempt. Forthcoming here, Michael Bauman will attempt the point after kick. He was perfect on his first attempt, right down the middle. And his second attempt, the snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. And Bauman nails the point after attempt. And Wood River has came out here in the second half and taken charge as they drive 65 yards and get the go-ahead touchdown. And now they lead it 14-13. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Rick Minden with us from Ed, Ollie, Kevin, Jeff, Sandy, Shannon, and Vern at Minden Lumber and Concrete. Minden Lumber and Concrete is your complete home center. Carpet, vinyl, linoleum, windows, doors, and even more. Like tools of all kinds, power saws, drills, sanders, and even more. Fix-up projects like decks and fences. You'll find lumber, stain, paint, and other shade. There is no need to leave town. You have everything you need right in Minden at Minden Lumber and Concrete, 247 North Colorado, Minden.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Wood River takes the second half kickoff 65 yards and gets the go-ahead touchdown 14-13. As the kickoff, Bauman with the kickoff. It's a good kick. It's all the way down, and Bentley Benson will pick it up at the 12. He'll fake reverse, gets around the left side, gets away from one man, and then is brought down just outside of the 20-yard line. And if Benson would have gotten away from that one, he had a lot of room to sail, as that one defender down there was able to trip Benson up, and Minden will have it as they'll spot it at about the 23-yard line, I believe, as they get back and get the chains in place. So 1st and 10 for the Whippets, their first possession of the second half, as Wood River came out and did a good job on their opening possession. Carson Kring with the pitch out, as he'll try the right side. He's going to pick up a couple yards. He'll get it out across the 25. They'll put it on the 29. So a good pickup of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Whippets. So great play and pick up a 6 on 1st down. Ball resting at the Minden 29-yard line. Carson Kring, top of the eye. Dornoff, the fullback, leading the way, has room on the left side. Gets around one man and is run out of bounds out across the 40-yard line. A great play that time by the Whippets, and a great leadoff block by Matt Dornoff from the fullback position. He led that tanker truck through the hole, and it was a big hole and a great block. And Carson Kring said, "Thank you for that block," and he got all the way out to the 43-yard line. So a great pickup on 2nd down. The Whippets have their first down of the second half, all the way out to the 43 of Minden. 1st and 10. I formation, slot to the left side. They'll pitch it to Kring. He'll try to get around the left side, and he's going to be spun down short of the 45. Maybe they'll put it right on the 45. So a pickup of 2 on the 1st down play. 2nd down and 8 left for the Whippets. Ball resting directly on their own 45-yard line. As the wind starting to pick up, the mist still coming down just a little bit, the drizzle here on a cool September evening for high school football action. I formation, 2nd down and 8. They'll pitch it back to Bentley Benson. Benson now top of the eye, and he's tripped up in the backfield. A good job defensively as they were able to string it out. In there defensively for Wood River was Sean McGuire, as he was able to string it out and then got some other defensive help, and maybe a loss of a half of a yard on the play, and Bentley Benson unable to get around the corner. So third down and a long 8 this time for the Whippets. We'll still call it their own 45-yard line. I formation. They'll fake it on the pitch play. They'll pass it down across the middle, and it's bobbled by Lucas Nelson. And also coming in there was almost able to pick it up from Nelson was Chris Ekstrom. As he was in the vicinity, Lucas Nelson just unable to haul it in. And here comes Chris Ekstrom. And he almost come up with the bobble. And if he would have, he had some clean sailing to the end zone after the initial contact on Nelson. He bobbled it and falls harmlessly to the ground. So fourth down and 8 for the Whippets. Kring back to punt. The snap is good. No pressure on the punt. Gets the punt away. It's a low line driver taken by Dooley at his own 26-yard line. Gets it out across the 30 and then wrapped up quickly by the Whippets. And on the tackle is Brian Talbert down there defensively for the Whippets. So first and 10 for Wood River on their second possession, and it'll be marked on their own 31-yard line. So first and 10 for Wood River from their own 31-yard line. 5:15 left to go, third quarter. As their opening possession of the second half, they went 65 yards for the score. Dooley on the carry off to the right side and picks up 3 or 4 yards as they'll mark it out across the 35-yard line. So a good pickup of 4 on the play. So second down and 6 left for the Eagles as their initial charge has been basically up the middle for Wood River. They did not get a whole lot in the first half. They've definitely changed things here in the second half. And then a flag comes in before they get the play off. And we'll wait to see what the call is. And they're going to call encroachment on the Whippets before the play ever begins, as you do not see that call very often, that's for sure, as the defense evidently got a little aggressive before even Wood River got up to the football. That does not make head coach Sam Dunn very happy, I'm sure. So second down, less than a yard to go for Wood River out across their own 40. They'll try that counter trap, and it's wrapped up into the backfield as Adam connects. As Lucas Nelson was in the backfield, Carson Kring in there defensively. Also back there, Billy Hyatt. He's played a whale of a ball game here tonight. He was in the backfield. And now another injured Wood River Eagles down. And looks like he's moving around. Thought maybe he was going to get back up, but play is suspended as the trainers come out. Zone power. So third down and 1 to go for Wood River as they'll try it straight up the middle is Dooley, and a good surge by the interior line, and I believe he's going to have enough for the first down. Needed to get it out to the 41 and a half, and they're going to put it down on the 43. So well enough for the first down. And that'll be their second first down here of this drive. Wood River coming out all blazing here, straight up the middle and getting the initial line surge here in the second half. 3:55 to go, third quarter of action. They'll try it again up the middle. Dooley gets away from one defender and then is wrapped up, and a gain of a couple on the play for Dustin Dooley. In there on the stop for the Whippets, Derek Amstutz in there defensively. Also, Andrew Casper in there in the backfield. Could not quite wrap him up, but he definitely helped slow things up as Casper was in the backfield to help wrap things up. So a pickup of, we'll call it 2, maybe 1.5 on the play, second down and 8. And now a late penalty flag right before the center snap. Maybe possibly a delay of game. We'll see the initial call. And no, procedure will be called on the Eagles, so did not see any movement in there, but the official's right there to signal the penalty. That'll set Wood River back 5 yards, back to their own 41-yard line. So second down and 13 for Wood River, needing to get it across midfield into Minden territory for the first down. Soto breaks huddle, I formation power side to the short side of the field, the left hash mark. Soto runs the option down the left side, options it back to Dooley, and a good play by the Whippets coming up there defensively is Derek Amstutz from his cornerback position, coming up there to put the lick on Dooley after the pickup of about 4 yards on the play. They get it out across the 45-yard line, so that'll bring up third down and 9 for the Eagles. With the drizzle still coming down, a little heavier now at times, they'll hand it off to Dooley. Almost slipped in the backfield, but he's brought down short of the first down. But guess what? A penalty flag is coming in there, and I believe they're going to get another face mask penalty on the Whippets, as they had him wrapped up well short of the 50-yard line, but a late flag comes in there, and yes, the face mask penalty. So the third time tonight, the Whippets have held on third down, and somehow the Whippets get a hand up on the face mask and are whistled for the penalty. And again there, that no way that could be a 15-yard penalty, but we're waiting to see him step it off here. Again, they've all been basically in front of us here from the announcer stand, and previously they have given them 15 yards. Finally, only a 5-yard penalty, but still that'll be enough for the first down. The first 2 times tonight, they stepped off 15 yards on the Whippets. I believe 10 penalties at least, 3 here in the second half. 12 total penalties on the Whippets here tonight. Again, another costly one. So first and 10 for Wood River, now at the Minden 45-yard line. They'll hand it off straight up the middle, and Andrew Casper meets the tailback in the backfield, and I believe Connect was the ball carrier, but he was able to bounce off Casper and get about a yard gain. But a great job defensively. Andrew Casper in the backfield, just unable to wrap him up, so a yard gain on the play. The drizzle starting to get a little bit heavier now at times. So second down and 9 from the Minden 44-yard line. Del Soto will hand it off to Connect. He's wrapped up for a loss in the backfield. Great job defensively in there. Defensively for the Whippets is Chris Ekstrom in there from his defensive end position, along with Josh Longstein in the backfield. Great job by those 2 Whippets. A loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up third down and 11 for the Eagles. Great job defensively. The Whippets need to do it again. They've done it most of the night, coming up with big plays, as long as they don't grab the face mask. They'll try it straight up the middle, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and maybe even a loss on the play. Good job defensively with the defensive line surge in there. Josh Tom in there. Also Andrew Casper in there making the defensive push, and yes, make it a yard loss on the play. So fourth down and 12 to go for Wood River. Ball resting at the Minden 48-yard line. And Wood River will drop back in punt formation. Looks like now a little bit of confusion. Looks like they're going to wait for the end of the third quarter and then have the wind at their back, probably, as the clock ticks down. And that will be the case as the end of the third quarter, with Wood River leading Minden 14-13, but Minden will be getting the ball back here after the Eagles punt the football. After 3 quarters, Wood River 14, Minden 13. We'll be right back. High school football here tonight. So Wood River back in punt formation, be 4th down and 12. Punting from the Minden 47-yard line. The punt is away. It's short, wobbly, and Bentley Benson thought about picking it up near the 10-yard line, but not before it gets out of bounds. And so a great punt by Wood River, pinning the Whippets of Minden back at their own 10-yard line, and that's where Minden will take it over with their first possession of this fourth quarter. Now 12 minutes left to go here in this contest, and the Whippets trailing by 1, 14-13. As they break huddle, Talbert under center. High formation, long step back in the backfield, and they'll hand it off to the fullback straight up the middle, and that is Matt Dornoff on the carry. And good surge by the interior line, able to pick up about 7 or 8 or 9 yards on the play straight up the middle by Matt Dornoff, as they'll put it on the 19-yard line, just short of the 19-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of 8, so 2nd down and 2 left for the Whippets. A great play by the initial line up the middle to pick up 8 tough yards straight up the gut. They'll pitch it back to Crane. He's met into the backfield. He's going to be wrapped up for a loss. Luckily there for the Whippets, they were able to hang on to the football. They pitched it out to Carson Crane, trying to get around the right side. He no more than got the pitch, and he was dropped down for a loss. Did not catch the defender, but he was right there on it for the loss on the play back to the 15-yard line. So that'll bring up, instead of 3rd and short, that will bring up a 3-yard or 4-yard loss on the play. So 3rd down and 5 for the Whippets. They'll try it straight up the middle. Dornoff has his feet wrapped up, and he's going to be dropped down short of the first down. Tried to tough it out up the middle, and only able to pick up a couple on the play. They'll put it on the 17-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down, or excuse me, no, that was 3rd down, so 4th down. The yardage mark is on the side, a little slow to change over, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 3 left to go, and that'll put the Whippets in punt formation. Carson Crane doing the punting chores for the Whippets. Connect back deep, the punt, or the snap is good. Crane unable to get it handled properly, and a beautiful punt by Carson Crane all the way down to the Wood River 40-yard line, as Carson Crane nailed a punt there and got the Whippets out of bad field position, but Wood River will gladly take the football where they have it at their own 40-yard line. As Crane fumbled the snap a little bit, but was able to get the punt off and away, and he drilled it all the way down to the Wood River 40-yard line. Wood River will have it 1st and 10. Looks like the officials working on a little bit of equipment problem with the Wood River player. Cannot see, or evidently something with the helmet there of the quarterback, Soto. Manuel Soto, the quarterback, having some equipment problems there with the helmet. And in fact, the official is going to come over to the sideline. Not sure if they're going to make him come out. No. Now the officials move the ball back up to the 42-yard line. So somehow maybe Minden touched the football before it got down to the 39. They'll put it on the 42. So 1st and 10 for Wood River. They'll try it up the middle, and nothing happening that time. He's met in the backfield. Is Andy Craig, I believe, in the backfield. He brought down the tackler in the backfield. And a loss of 2 on the play. Great job by the initial line up front this time. 9:30 to go here in the fourth quarter of action. Now it comes down to guts and who wants it more. The Whippets need to get the football back and march it down the field. 2nd down and 12. They'll try it up the middle. Wood River has some running room. His connect. He gets it out near midfield, and then the ball pops out late, but I believe he is whistled down. as Adam Connect with a nice run up the middle gets it out to the 50-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 2 left for the Eagles. So another big 3rd down play for the Whippets. See if they can tough it out here, suck it up and stop the Eagles. 3rd and 2. They'll try Connect again, or no, it's Dooley this time, and he's going to be real close to the 1st down. Depending on the spot and where they mark it, looks like he might possibly have it. Enough for the 1st down. As they unpile Josh Tom in there on the defensive stop. And in fact, the officials aren't even going to bring the chain gang out. They'll signal the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Minden 47-yard line. High formation in the backfield. They'll hand off to Dooley. Straight up the middle in his dive forward. Good initial surge by the interior line. Gets it down to the 42-yard line. So a pickup of 5 yards by Dooley. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Eagles. In on the stop. Carson Spring in there defensively. 3 men in the backfield. High formation powers to the left. This time for Wood River. They'll try Dooley again. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. Carson Crane came up there and put a lick on him. Also in there defensively, I believe, was Brandon Schmidt in there defensively to put the pop on him for little if no gain. Maybe short gain on the play, so we'll call it 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles. 7:29 left to go here in the 4th quarter. The clock definitely not on the side now for the Whippets as the clock's ticking away. They'll try Dooley straight up the middle. He's going to be met again at the line of scrimmage as they unpile. Looks like Matt Dornoff in there in the backfield. He wrapped him up and dropped him for little if no gain at all. Great job defensively again by Matt Dornoff that time to step up defensively. For no gain on the play. 4th down and 4 left for Wood River. And I'm sure that'll put them in punt formation with the ball resting at the Minden 41-yard line. Bentley Besson back deep for the Whippets. And the snap is over the punter's head. He'll track it down. He'll get the punt off, so great job by the punter to track that down. Somehow the ball bounced right for him that time. That was Mark Davis as the center snap went over his head, but it only went about 5 yards behind him. He was able to retreat, and the bounce came right back up to him. He turned around and put a lick into it, and he got it down to the Minden 22-yard line. So fortunate for Wood River, and a great job by Mark Davis to get as much as he did out of that as Minden was coming after it. But luckily for Wood River, Davis got his leg into it and got a nice kick out of it. So Minden 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. High formation in the backfield as Talbert drops it back out to Benson off to the right side. Trying to get around one player, and he's wrapped up and dropped out of bounds. And going to be short of the 30-yard line. But I believe he's out of bounds, and that should stop the clock with 6:15 to go. And in fact, no, they will say he did not get out of bounds, so the clock still ticks. A nice gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2 left for the Whippets. The time now definitely not on the Whippets side. They need to grind this baby out, get a good 6-7 minutes. And the ball's on the ground, and I believe Wood River has it. As they unpile, Wood River is happy, and I believe, yes, they come up with the loose football. So the turnover, the center's change, did not get converted by Talbert. He could not get the handle on it, and the ball popped free, and Wood River is able to get the back onto the loose pigskin. And Wood River with a golden opportunity here. The ball resting at the Minden 29-yard line. And they'll have it 1st and 10 with 5:45 to go. And a golden opportunity to kill as much clock as they can. Now Minden will have to suck it up defensively, try to hold it to 3 and out here for the Eagles of Wood River. High formation, they'll hand it off to Dooley, straight up the middle. He's going to pick up 2 or 3, straight up the gut. In there defensively, Carson Spring in there. Also in there with the defensive stop is Chris Ekstrom in there on the stop as well, but not after a pick of 2 yards on the first down play. So 2nd down, and we'll call it 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. The ball resting at the Minden 26-yard line. They'll try the fullback straight up the middle is Adam Knecht, and only a yard or 2 pickup on that one as well. In there on the defensive stop, last man to get up is Brian Gabriel in on the tackle for the Whippets. A gain of about 1 on the play. Ball resting squarely on the Minden 25-yard line. So 3rd down and 6 for the Wood River Eagles. Soto under quarterback. He'll hand off to the I-back to Dooley, and he's going to be wrapped up short of the 1st down. Good job by the Whippet defenders. Only after a gain of 2 or 3 on the play as they unpile. And let me tell you, folks, that is a pile of some heavy bodies over there. And man to get up last, we'll credit that, is Andrew Madsen with the defensive stop for the Whippets. Gain of 1 on the play, so 4th down and 5 for the Wood River Eagles, and they'll probably let the clock tick down. They'll take the 5-yard penalty and let as much time click off as possible. And no, they will take a timeout on the play right before the penalty, and a long 4 for Wood River. They called the timeout rather than take the delay of game or the 5-yard penalty. They will line up to go for it. 4th and 4 for Wood River. Minden needs a defensive stop right here. Soto under center. He'll roll out to the right side. He has running room. He's going to be hit on the line of scrimmage, and depending on the spot, he's going to have enough for the 1st down. He's got a healthy spot there. He's wrapped up at the yardage marker, and from here he has enough for the 1st down. Soto tried to roll out to this right side to intended to pass, and tucked it under his arm and met a defender right at the yardage marker and was able to spin forward and lean enough and get the 1st down for Wood River. So it'll be 1st and 10 inside the Minden 20-yard line. Minden only with 35 total yards here in the 2nd half, but Wood River definitely has had the football here most of the time here in the 2nd half. I believe Minden's only had the football 2 or 3 times here in the 2nd half, as Wood River's been able to grind it out on the ground. And again, Wood River with it, another 1st and 10, as Dooley runs it straight up the middle, gets it inside the 15, maybe a pickup of 3 or 4 as they unpile. They'll mark it down at the 14-yard line. And that'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wood River Eagles. 3 minutes left to go in the contest. Another 1st down will secure the win here for Wood River tonight. 2nd down and 7. Soto under quarterback. Gets the center exchange, maybe with the wet football. They'll have to hang on to it. Dooley with it off to the left side. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and then a penalty flag comes in. And they'll have to unstack the pile, and it looks like it's going to be holding on Wood River, so that will stop the clock. That'll help Minden's chances here for the little bit as they'll step it off. Unless Minden would want to decline it. That was a second down play. They picked up about 1 yard, maybe a half a yard on the play. So that would bring up third down and probably 6 or 7, or else they'd set them back 5 yards and be replay second down. And what are they going to do? They will step it off. So they'll step off the 10-yard holding penalty. So that'll still remain second down for Wood River. But the ball all the way back to the Minden 24-yard line. And it'll be second down and 16 for Wood River. Power set to the right side, short side of the field for the Eagles. Soto under center. He'll hand off to Dooley straight up the middle, and it's going to be wrapped up after a yard or two gain. We'll see where they unpile it. They'll put it on the 22-yard line, and Minden will take a timeout, I believe, with 2:03 left to go here in the contest. It'll be third down and 15 for Wood River. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. With the football, a big third down play now. Third down and 15 yards for Wood River. Minden needing a stop here, preventing the first down for Wood River. 2 minutes left on the clock. Soto under center. He'll hand off to Dooley straight up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage, and he'll bounce forward for a yard or two. Matt Dornoff in on the tackle. Also Andrew Casper in there on the defensive line. Also in there is Billy Hyatt in on the stop as well. A gain of a couple on the play. They'll put it about the 19-yard, trailing by 1, 13-14. A crucial play here. Wood River, 4th and 12 at the Minden 19. As Soto drops back to pass, has time, passes across the middle, and it's deflected and almost intercepted at the goal line, and luckily for Minden it drops harmlessly to the ground, and the Minden defense has held on down. And now, with 1:48 to go in the ball game, Minden will have it first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. So 81 yards is all that lies between them and victory if they can mount a second half drive, only with 35 total yards here in the second half. Minden has not had the football hardly at all, though, as Wood River's been able to grind it out on the ground and kill the clock. Talbert passes out to Benson. Benson in turn throws it down the field and over the head of Lucas Nelson. They had the play set up, and the old flea flicker pass as Talbert throws it to Benson, the split man wide to the right side. They throw it backwards, so Benson then in turn can throw the ball down the field. And Lucas Nelson was open, but over the outstretched hand, a little bit too much on it, it falls to the ground, incomplete. So second down and 10. A little confusion along the Minden set. Talbert drops back to pass, gets the pass off, and it's through the hands of Chris Ekstrom. It might have been a little bit too high on the pass, but that'll bring up third down and 10 now. The Whippets need to regroup here, need to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Third down and 10. Don't need to go for the home run, just need to keep the chains moving. Third down and 10. As Ekstrom was open, but the pass was a little bit too high. Ekstrom couldn't hold it in. Third down and 10. Talbert drops back to pass, has time, lost the pass down the ball, and it's going to be incomplete as Bentley Benson could not control it. Benson jumped up, tried to haul it in, and just could not get it pulled in. and it falls to the ground, and the Whippets' last chance comes on 4th down and 10 with 1:28 to go in the ballgame. Whippets needing desperately just 10 yards. 10 yards to keep the drive alive, at least to withstand the hope. Albert drops back to pass, has some pressure, rolls out to the right side, gets the pass thrown over to Benson, and he can't hang on to it again. And again, the mist is dropping, and the ball is wet, and Benson could not haul it in, and it falls to the ground, incomplete. And Wood River holds on down, and now with 1:19 left to go in the ballgame, they should be able to run out the clock here. They will have to be careful, though, with the center exchange. They'll have to be very cautious with that, as Minden has lost the fumble on the center exchange tonight so far, and hopefully that's about all that Minden has left hope of. Loose ball on the ground. Soto under center. He'll hand off to the I-back is Dooley, breaking through and hits down the field inside the 10. And that should be enough for the first down, depending on the spot. Looks like they're going to put it right on the 10. So it might just be a little bit short of the first down. So 2nd down and less than 1 for the Eagles, as the clock winds down, under a minute left to go in the ball game. And Wood River is going to let as much clock get off the scoreboard as possible. Looking to the sideline to get the signal when to go get under center. Soto, he'll just step back and take a knee with 34 seconds left. And I heard a whistle on, yes, there was a whistle on the play. And the clock kept going. Now the officials are talking it over. I thought I heard whistles on the play, but the clock kept going. I believe it's around 30 seconds should be up on the clock. 31, I believe, is what they're going to put back up on the clock, as Minden called for their final timeout here tonight. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4. But about one more play for Wood River, and that should about wrap things up here tonight. Valiant effort tonight by the Whippets, but it would appear that it's going to come up a little short. One last play here tonight, as Wood River under center. Soto will take the center snap, and he'll try to run out a little bit of clock, and he'll take another knee for the loss on the play. But the clock should run out, and before they get it set, that should be the ball game. And the officials signal the play in, and that is the ball game here as the final seconds wind down. Wood River is going to come away victorious tonight by the final score of 14-13 over Minden Whippets. Well-played ball game here tonight, but Wood River just a little bit better tonight with the 14-13 victory here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll be back with totals right after this.
Do you know why people come back to Killian's time after time? You can get a new GMC, Pontiac, or Oldsmobile, or check out the great GM program cars and good trade-ins too. But there's more to Killian's than sales. In the service and parts department, you'll find the folks who love to keep your car working great. In Killian's Body Shop, they keep your car looking great. At Killian's Motors, all those folks are doing their jobs to keep you coming back time after time. Killian Motors, 8th and Central in Kearney. Supporting the Minden Whippets both on and off the field is the crew at Kimple Oil in Minden. Stop by and fuel up your vehicle, and while you are there, fill up with ice and your favorite beverage. Kimple Oil has a convenient car wash and provides full service on your vehicle. Whether it be an oil change or general maintenance, Kimple Oil is your hometown station. Kimple Oil, North Highway 10 in Minden. Good good luck from their team to yours. The team of professionals at Miller Body Shop in Minden are ready to work for you. Miller Body Shop provides professional body work, auto glass installation, and frame straightening and 24-hour towing. Stop by and see Jeff for all your body work needs. Miller Body Shop is located at 205 East 5th in Minden, or give them a call at 308-832-2891. Miller Body Shop, working for you, their customers. Go Whippets!
We provide you with services which help you manage the financial side of your life. Through the investments we offer, we're able to acquire money which is in turn reinvested in the form of loans to local families, business, and agriculture. One of our basic purposes is to combine the resources in our community to stimulate the local economy. When you invest with us, you're investing in our community. Minden Exchange Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, a tradition of community banking.
We recommend the Whippets from Ed, Ollie, Kevin, Jeff, Sandy, Shannon, and Vaughn, Minden Lumber and Concrete. Minden Lumber and Concrete is your complete home center. Carpet, vinyl, linoleum, windows, doors, and even more. Like tools of all kinds, power saws, drills, sand, and even more. Fix-up projects like decks and fences. You'll find lumber, stain, paint, and every shade. There is no need to leave town when you have everything you need right in Minden at Minden Lumber and Concrete, 247 North Colorado, Minden.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Minden Whippets lose here tonight to host Wood River by the final score of 14-13. It was a well-played ball game, other than the fact of Minden with the penalties on the night. That was night, and that probably ended up costing them the game. Although with the missed extra point, that is how it will come down to, though. Here tonight, Minden loses by 14-13. A total of one first down for Minden in the second half. Completely outplayed. Wood River came out after halftime and completely dominated. Minden was well in control in the first half, leading 13-7 at halftime. And just a complete reversal after halftime. Minden came out. Well, Wood River took the second half kickoff. They marched 65 yards down the field and did not look back after that. They were in total control here tonight. Minden with only one first down in the second half to finish with 8 for the ball game. Wood River with 16 first downs in the contest, but 9 of those coming in the second half. Yards after half, Minden with 36 yards on the ground, and Wood River with 110 yards on the ground in the second half. And passing yards, 50 for Minden and 42 for Wood River. So Minden wins the total yardage, 221-218, but ends up on the short side on the scoreboard, 14-13. So Minden will